it is great to see a senator, specifically a Democratic senator, not equivocate at all when asked about the president's actions, both in the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela, as well as off the coast of Colombia on the Pacific side, by blowing up ships in presumably international waters. I want you to listen to Senator Gallegos, because I think he's quite plain. Something that many other Democrats try to hedge, he came straight out and said it. Check this out.
The military now launching 10 attacks against what they have described as suspected drug boats. This is happening largely in the Caribbean. They've killed more than 40 people so far. President Trump saying he may even order land strikes into Venezuela with or without congressional approval. He was asked about it this week. Take a listen.
I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. You know, they're going to be like dead.
The Trump administration insists these strikes are consistent with international law. Do you agree with that?
No, it's murder. It's very simple. If this president feels that they're doing something illegally, then he should be using the Coast Guard. If there's an act of war, then you use our military, and then you come and talk to us first. But this is murder. It's sanctioned murder that he is doing that. And it's very simple for someone like him to talk about killing people or doing something in the name of war. He's never actually served. He's never actually pulled a trigger. And it's very dangerous what he's doing, both to our international relations, to our friends down in South America, and to these men and women that have to make these calls for a president who has zero understanding about the responsibility someone has when it comes to having to make life and death decisions. It's disgusting what he's doing.
Let's be clear here. What Donald Trump is doing is against every international law out there. I mean, in fact, under the tenets of what Donald Trump is doing, Mexico could go ahead and say, as these arms are destined to our drug cartel in Mexico, we are going to preemptively go into international waters if the shipments are coming by sea or going just over the border in the United States and blowing up trucks bringing those arms into Mexico. What would the United States do under that condition? I am pretty sure the United States would scream sovereignty and likely invade that country. Yet we feel the right to go thousands of miles to the south under the pretext that these particular countries or these people in these countries deserve to die without a court of law or determining if they're in fact guilty for sending drugs to the United States. But I want to take it a bit further, because it seemed to me like the problem isn't in South America. The problem isn't with the drug cartels. The problem is at home. We always speak about personal responsibility. If there is no demand for these drugs that are coming into this country, no amount of supply would satisfy the lack of demand. Whatever happened to personal responsibility? Whatever happened to saying, you know what? We need to do the work here at home to make sure that life is good enough for our people, that they don't feel they have to quench their emotions, quench their pain in drugs. This has very little to do with the drug cartels. The drug cartels are fulfilling an American need, a need to quench the pain of existence with drugs. Maybe if we tackle that the way other countries have in making their people happier, maybe instead of bombing and killing and maiming, we could actually do good by saying, let's make life so good in America that no one needs to have the need to cover the pain, to smother the pain with drugs.
All of our country's problems, from polarization to ignorance on domestic and international issues to a complete misunderstanding of our economic and healthcare systems, are a direct result of a derelict mainstream media that too often bend over backwards to support corporate or bought politicians' wants as opposed to the people's needs for real information to make their lives better. Independent media is the only solution to inform truthfully and factually. Why? Because our loyalties are to you, the ones who fund us with small dollar contributions and subscriptions. Please consider supporting our independent media platforms by subscribing to our Egberto Off the Record newsletter at politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. Again, that is politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. It's an investment that pays incalculable dividends.